Deion Dawkins, and you're listening to the Real Deal Sports Show on the Beat 105.5.
Yes, good morning and welcome to Real Deal Sports Show, everyone. Welcome back to another beautiful Saturday morning. Well, beautiful Saturday morning here, finally. A little cold out. The sun is back. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Glad to see the sunshine out. Hopefully we'll have warmer weather here in Rochester, New York for the day and also continuing onward. We're broadcasting live as we do every Saturday morning from the Rock Palm Broker Studios, Real Deal Sports Show. We're talking sports of all sorts for the next hour here on the program. So we're gonna let's get started with the show. And first of all, let's get into football because we got a lot of sports to talk about this morning. And we're gonna start off with the NFL, give the NFL a little talk. I got Coach Moody coming in shortly to give us a little update on a Rochester student from Bishop Kearney High School that's trying out with the Atlanta Falcons in the mini camp and the rookie camp that's going on this weekend. We're going to wish that young man and all the young walk-ons, which I call undrafted free agents in the National Football League, an opportunity to make those professional squads. But first, let's talk about Jerry Jones. What is Jerry Jones? Here we go. All these teams, it was a rumor weeks ago during the draft or before the NFL draft took place that the Pittsburgh Steelers was trying to move George Pickens. So, okay. George Pickens didn't get moved. And now we learned early this week that the Dallas Cowboys traded for George Pickens. And it's like, and why did they give up? You didn't even have to give up hardly anything to get George Pickens because nobody wanted George Pickens due to his seemed to be attitude problem. And like Mike Tomlin always says, if a guy get moved a lot, you know and he performs well on the football field, it's usually something about their attitude or something that they do off the field that you can't see, that only the team, when they come to their facility day in and day out, when you see a person, that usually tells you all you need to know that something's going on with this person off the field. But unfortunately, George Pickens, we've seen him on the field with his issues with his teammates and the way he carries himself, almost went up into the stands after somebody. So it's always something with George Pickens. But for the Cowboys to pick him up, you're wondering, okay, you got CD Lamb on one side, George Pickens on the other side. That looks like a formidable unit. You can't double team them both. But can the quarterback get the ball to him? And if George Pickens not getting the ball enough from the Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott, will he cuss Dak Prescott out on the football field? Will that happen sooner or later? I'm sure BacSpin will have some words about that. I'm sure that Vegas will have a line up on it as well. How soon will Dak Prescott get cussed out? Will it even be a preseason game or the first game or in training camp? Because camps will be coming up, OTAs, and then in the July, August time period, you got the regular training camp coming. I can't believe it's almost football time again. But it makes you scratch your head. Why would the Dallas Cowboys pick up George Pickens and trade? I mean, why? Why? God, it seems like you're bringing in some talent from the draft or undrafted free agents, some diamond in the rough type receivers that could fit the bill. But Jerry Jones wanted to go big. He do it big there in Dallas. He liked to spend his money. He liked to take the limelight, get in there with his limelight again. And here it is, Jerry Jones. What are you thinking, Jerry? It seems like you're not thinking at all. Somebody need to help out Jerry Jones, his son, Steve, and some of the other people. Y'all got to come on, man. Y'all got to get it together there. Because now you reminded me of Al Davis near the end of his career as the owner of the Oakland Raiders. He did a lot of crazy. He just wanted speed. He didn't care if the guy could catch the ball. If the guy can run a 2-second 40 or a 4.0 40, he didn't give a damn if the man could catch the ball or not. That man's fast. I want that receiver right there. Hey, Al, but he drops a lot of passes, man. This guy drops 20% of his passes. Man, just win, baby. Just win, baby. And what did the Raiders do? They just lose, baby. Just lose, baby, during the tail end of the Al Davis era. Now, when Al Davis was in his right mind and he was a young man, the Raiders, that's what they did. They won, baby. They won. They did what they had to do. But Jerry Jones reminds me of Al Davis toward the end of his ownership and being in charge with the kind of decisions he's making there in Dallas. That doesn't make sense whatsoever. Next, what are the Steelers doing? Is Mike Tomlin on the cold seat, warm seat, hot seat? What's going on, Mike? Why wouldn't you take Shedeur Sanders? Why wouldn't you guys take Shedeur Sanders and give him a shot? Right now, you traded Pickens. Okay, trade Pickens away. That tells you Mike Tomlin, in his older age and his mature age, he's not putting up with those guys any longer. Remember Antonio Brown, Claypool, and several others that have come through the Steelers that he put up with for a while. Man, he didn't put up with Pickens for much time there in Pittsburgh to let him go. But who's going to be your quarterback? Mason Rudolph? Is Mason Rudolph going to be the man of the hour? Shedeur Sanders could have been a nice backup for Mason Rudolph. Get him ready, let him learn the system. And you look in Cleveland. Cleveland got Shedeur Sanders. He's not the starter right now. The kid out of Oregon, the Hawaiian guy is right now is the starter right now in rookie camp. But who's to say by September that Shedeur Sanders could be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? And who could have said if he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Shedeur Sanders? Everybody know he's not a 4th or 5th round draft pick. He's first or second round material. He could easily be a starting quarterback in the National Football League for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Steelers, what are you doing, Steelers? I don't understand what you're doing and what you're thinking about by having Mike Tomlin. Man, you guys seem to be a lot brighter than this. This doesn't seem like the Pittsburgh Steelers of old. I don't know why you didn't go with Shedeur Sanders, but and are you really waiting on Aaron Rodgers? And now you start to hear rumors from the West Coast that he may not want to come to the East Coast again. He's had it with the East Coast. He's been in Green Bay all those years. He went to the Jets, stunk it up there in New York, and now he may want to. He's taking an eye at that 40. I have a feeling he's talking to Mike Shanahan over there, and Mike Shanahan, before they pay Purdy all that money, they may bring Aaron Rodgers in. Don't be surprised if the San Francisco 49ers bring Aaron Rodgers in. And I actually think that would be a really good fit for Aaron Rodgers because he can get rid of the ball quickly. He wouldn't be holding the ball that long. If they got a decent offensive line, they restructured, they bring in a lot of different players. They lost a lot of talent, but they still got some good core offensive players, receivers, running backs. I think the 49ers, if Aaron Rodgers is going to play this year, I think the San Francisco 49ers would be the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers if he's going to play in the 2025 NFL season. I think that would be the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers. San Francisco, I definitely know Pittsburgh just doesn't seem like a fit. It doesn't feel like a fit whatsoever for him. And I know Ronnie D and everybody there at the barbershop, I hope y'all not cringing, but y'all got it. Yeah, if Ronnie D is somebody, if you want to call in 595-1055, that's 595-1055. You Steeler fans over there at Visions Barbershop, you cats, let me know what is Mike Tomlin thinking? Does he have it seems like they don't have a game plan. But you would think they have a game plan, but just on the outside looking in, it looks like the Steelers are all of a sudden picked up more defensive guys. They're going to win with defense like they always do. The steel curtain days, that thing never changes with the Steelers. But offensively, what you going to do? I mean, you guys got to get Mason Rudolph may have matured into that quarterback that they think he knows his system, so he can come in and do the job efficiently. So let's see what's going to happen with that. I still don't understand what the Steelers are doing. The Bills picked up Elijah Moore while I was on the road a week ago. Bills picked up Elijah Moore, wide receiver who was previously with the Cleveland Browns. And before that, we saw him with the New York Jets. And I always thought he was a good receiver when he was with the Jets. He did very well with the Jets. He had a good season last year with the Cleveland Browns. So keep an eye out for Elijah Moore. I think Elijah Moore would do. The Bills are making some good quality. That was a good move to solidify the wide receiver spot on the Buffalo Bills roster. Let's see, he could be have a decent season. The Bills' offense line is intact. The tight end position seems to be intact. Running back position, James Cook, one more year on this contract. You still got Ray Davis back there as well. You got Ty Johnson as well on that running back side. So the Bills looking good going into training camp. The defensive line, that's where you guys see what the Bills are going to do with the rookies, the young guys. And I think they bring it in, and they get right now they're in the middle of rookie camp. Let's see if there's some diamonds in the roughs. Next weekend, we can report to you back on some possible diamond in the roughs that the Buffalo Bills have brought in. Some of their undrafted free agents. Or, we got a little background noise there. Got a little background noise in the mix there. But, hey, we'll see what's going on with the Buffalo Bills and what they have going on with those moves and with those some of the changes that they're making on the defensive side of the ball. That because the Bills should be able to make some moves on the defense, and we'll see exactly what they have going on the defensive side of the ball. And while I'm talking here, Challenger Community News, Western New York's largest weekly African-American newspaper, Buff, BuffChallnews.com. That's BuffChallnews. S is in Sam.com. BuffChallnews.com. That's the new website. Check out the paper each week. A lot of good articles in it. The remembrance of that dreadful day of May 14th is coming up. What happened at the Top Supermarket on May 14th, 2022. It's Day of Remembrance article is there. There's some nice articles. They see what's going on. We got a lot going on in the paper this week. The mayor announces first round of Neighbors in Action grant. So some lot of Neighbors in Action grant going on. Check out the articles on a lot going on in political news, local news, national news. There's all kinds of excellent news in Challenger Community News, including my favorite section, the Health Matters. What are the benefits of breastfeeding? What are the benefits of breastfeeding? That's our Health Matters topic in this week's Challenger Community News. Check out the paper. You can pick it up at most locations in the community. A lot of great news there. So check it out. Challenger Community News, Western New York's, Rochester, Buffalo, Niagara Falls, largest weekly African-American newspaper, Challenger Community News. Check out the Challenger, see what's going on in the paper, and it keeps you abreast of what's going on in and around Rochester and also on a national level. Can't go wrong with Challenger Community News. Yes, indeed. So remember, like, comment, and subscribe to the show. We need you to like, comment, and subscribe to the show. It's on Facebook, YouTube, and Facebook at Real Deal Sports Show. Hit the bell icon for notifications. We'd love for you to hit that bell icon for the notifications to let people know that you support the show. And we appreciate the people that have been supporting the show and continue to support Challenger Community News. Another advertiser, Advantage Federal Credit Union, AdvantageFCU.org, AdvantageFCU.org. Auto loans, Visa cards, student checking accounts, and much, much more. Check out Advantage Federal Credit Union, and we will definitely help you out. They got students accounts. They got the whole 9 yards. Advantage Federal Credit Union. Thank you for being a sponsor of Real Deal Sports Show. And next, before we get into the basketball games, let's get into Major League Baseball. Did you see the Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks last night? Diamondbacks had a big lead. Dodgers kept coming back. Next thing you know, the game goes to extra inning. The game is tied 11-11. Unbelievable contest. Arizona takes the lead by 2 to go up 11-9. The Dodgers tied up in the bottom of the ninth. In the bottom of the ninth inning. I see we got a caller calling in, BacSpin. If you could hit that caller for us. We look like we have someone calling in on the call line. Ohtani comes up, bam, hits the game-winning 3-run homer to put the Dodgers up 14-11. A dramatic fact. I mean, he did a Reggie Jackson type move. When he hit the ball, he just turned and just dropped the bat. It was nice. I loved how he dropped the bat last night. I mean, it was amazing. This Ohtani kid is one of the most exciting players in baseball. It's a shame he's on the West Coast that you got to stay up late a lot of times to catch him. And man, that a 14-11 win by the LA Dodgers over the Arizona Diamondback. You got to have good pitching to beat the Dodgers. You got to have guys The Dodgers are loaded. Watch out for that LA Dodgers. BacSpin, did you check the phone line?
The B1055, you are live on the air. Hello.
Hello? Oh. Okay.
You hear him, George? Ronnie D is on the line.
Oh, good. No, I can't hear him.
Hold on. You hear me now?
I can hear him a little bit.
All right. Yeah, you had called me about the deal.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear him, George? You can't hear him?
I can hear him faintly in the background.
I can hear you, Ronnie. Go ahead, man.
Hey, George, it's Coach Moody.
Yes, Coach Moody. Welcome to Real Deal Sports Show. Hold on a second. We just had a caller on the line, and I'm going to come right to you next, Coach Moody.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Repeat that, Ronnie. Ronnie D. Repeat what you just said, man. Yeah, repeat what you just said.
Yes. Trying to hear Ronnie D's question there.
Okay.
We'll get his question on the air. Yes. BacSpin, you have there.
Well, I hope he does for my Cowboys what he couldn't do for your Steelers.
Yes, indeed.
You said he's got the talent, but his head is not there yet?
Huh?
There we go.
Oh, no, his head is not there yet. Like,
okay,
how do them little tactics and all that. He just got to let that go, grow up. He's got to grow up fast, leave the streets alone, and start thinking football in his life.
Well, like I said, I hope he does for my Cowboys what he couldn't do for your Steelers, man.
He's gonna put in work. It's just what he do off the field or during the field.
And they can't double up CeeDee Lamb anymore. They got a problem to deal with when it comes to picking.
Exactly. That's
on the right. You hear me, George?
Yes, I hear you. Yes, I hear you, and I can hear Ronnie D as well. That's good commentary.
No doubt.
Very good.
Yes.
No doubt.
He just got to learn. You think he'll grow up over there in Dallas?
Well, it's all on him, but I believe so. There's a lot of distractions in Dallas also, so we hope he does. He's a good young man, talent, very, very talented. So we just hope that he grow up. That's all.
Okay. And what's your quarterback situation? What's going on with that?
Oh, right now?
Yes.
Truthfully, I don't want Aaron Rodgers. You can let's get your mind off of that. With Aaron Rodgers or not, we got to fix the offensive line. We did a lot on defense.
Get this.
Yeah, we should be good. I'm not saying we'll make the playoff, but I don't know how far we'll go. But probably won't be far. Probably be one and done again until they get the offensive side right with the offensive line. Hopefully they found a quarterback next year and we'll be good.
So you think they're waiting a year off? They got their eye on next year's draft.
Oh yeah, it looks like they're not taking a year off, but they are.
I hate that. Whenever there's black quarterbacks involved, they always say the next year draft is going to be the better draft for the quarterbacks. Yeah, they said that back when Lamar Jackson came out.
Still, on Will Howard.
Yeah.
Everybody overlooked him. He won the championship this year, and you overlooked him. So maybe we might find something this year. We don't even know yet.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, hey, good luck with that. And thank you for calling in for Real Deal Sports Show.
Yeah, anytime you need me, I'm here.
All right, y'all. When we talking Steelers, we gotta have Roddy D. You got the inside track with your team. So we knew it was something off the field as well with Pickens. Knew that had to be part of the situation. And Tomlin's getting older. He's maturing more, and he just doesn't have the patience to put up with it like he did with Antonio Brown and Claypool and some of the other cats that came through there.
Right.
He just no way, no how. He's tired of it. So we move on. Hey, you have a great week, Ronnie D.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right. And next up, we have Coach Moody. Coach Moody, welcome back to Real Deal Sports Show. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, George. I'm doing well. How are you guys been doing?
Great. And we love having you on. Tell everybody who you are and who you're affiliated with.
Well, I'm part of New York State High School Football Coaches Association. I'm the current area for Section 5 board member, and I still do our high school Section 5 football coaching, and I'm just enjoying our young athletes and watching them grow and getting into an operations of other programs through college or either the NFL or the United States Football League or Canadian Football League and the local Buffalo Bills. We're just keep moving this football thing forward.
Absolutely. We talked offline. Can you tell us about the young man that's been invited to the Atlanta Falcons rookie mini camp?
Yeah, Nathan Carter Jr. He's from the Rochester area. He was one of my student athletes, a running back in 2017, 18, and 19 here at Bishop Kearney. And he went on and got recruited by several teams, and he went to UConn first. And then he did an actual transfer a couple of years later into Michigan State. And he was Michigan State's running back for the last 2 seasons there, and captain of the team too. And,
really? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are guys that are local Section 5 guys that are getting opportunities on the next level in Power 5 programs in college.
Yes, indeed. And that says a lot. I did see highlights of him at Michigan State. Now that you said, and now I do remember seeing highlights of him. And he was the cap. I mean, in college, you have almost 100 players on college football teams, and he was one of the captains on that Michigan State Spartan team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's a guy that gets up early with his lunch bell. He'll be up if you tell him to be there at 6. He's going to be there at 5 o'clock.
Oh, no wonder. Yeah. What else can you tell us about him?
Just an all-around, well-rounded young man. He's a very highly religious young man. He carries his cloth the way he does. He's married. He married his college sweetheart. His dad is Nate Sr., and they're all from the Rochester, around the court area. And I'm telling you, just a beautiful, beautiful family. Just come from a great cloth. He loves the game of football, and he's inspired to be a great leader if he gets an opportunity at this Atlanta Falcons as an undrafted free agent.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting a great one right there. I'm telling you, a lot of teams overlooked him. If he would have stayed another year in college, because I think he had an extra year for running backs next year, he probably would have been a second-round draft pick easily.
Wow, that's excellent. Excellent to know. And down there in Atlanta, they always have AJ Terrell, whose father played here in Rochester at Edison Tech in the mid '90s and set a lot of records here in Rochester. So you got a kind of like a double Rochester connection going on there with the Atlanta Falcons, and they're on the Bills schedule. The Bills play the Falcons this year too.
Ain't that an excellent little schedule?
Yes, indeed. Can you tell us about some other kid? What else is going on, Coach Moody?
Well, they have another young man, Seven McGee. He also is an undrafted free agent at Atlanta Falcons. He's from our Rochester area, also went to East High. He went out west to that area out west, and he got on the Oregon's squad for a little while. Then he transferred out and went to Jackson State. And he spent a year at Jackson State. Then he finished his college career at local Albany University playing football last year. So he's also another receiver type that Atlanta Falcons are going to look at as an undrafted free agency. He's a little small in stature, but very quick, very skilled. And he comes from that cloth of excellency that I know of. You know, I watched him when he was at East High a little bit after I left the coaching program there at East. So he's an excellent opportunity too for that program.
Is he? I remember seeing him too. I saw him at East play as well. Because was he? Is he with his speed? Speed is it? Do you think more of a special? He's a special teams type NFL player.
That's really how he's going to walk on that team. Seriously, he's got to be in that punt game, punt return stuff, kickoff returns. He's got to be able to help them in a dynamic way with his speed and hopefully his elusiveness. Just the things I think they're probably looking at from their general management seat to the coach's seat, where he would benefit for their Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize he was there too. Wow, Atlanta got a lot of our kids down there. Thank you, Raheem Morris and his staff. Boy, they really they working it.
Oh yeah, they got they're just trying to see the free agency is going to benefit them from what they gathered from their rounds of. You use good undrafted guys too, because there's a lot of talent. I think the thing about the kids coming out of Power Fives and even the other level schools for football and college, there's so much deep talent. That's one thing, especially at the skill position and the line position. So you have a lot more guys available that you can have choices at, and you can fill your programs up and see if these guys can make the 53 roster.
Absolutely. Anything else? Any other news you have for us?
Well, coming up on the 12th on Monday, they're going to do what they call a college recruitment and skills combine at East High at 7:00 on the 12th on Monday, and there'll be combined high school teams. East High is combining with Monroe High School, along with Irondequoit and also Russian Red are going to come into East High, and they're going to have all these powerful, even down to Division III level college coaches there, looking at all these inspired local talents of these programs there. And I think they got their eye on that one young man from Monroe High School. That's the wide receiver that I am not too familiar with yet. I'm going to wait to see how he does this season, but I know schools are talking about him because CTC's part of the program at Monroe, and they've been working with Greg Hopkins, and they're putting some stuff together. And also for New York State high school football coaches, later on in July, in the summer, we're going to host a 7-on-7 and lineman challenge. The first day will be the 11th on that Friday for all the girls high school football flag teams, and we'll combine that with almost over 30 different flag group of girls teams and competition and awards after everything is said and done. And we'll do the same thing the next day on the 12th for the boys, and we'll have almost 59 to 60 New York State high school football boys teams and their linemen coming there. And U.S. Army and also the New York Giants help support that entire camp. And the camp is actually a tournament, and it's free for each team. They just got to get their teams there, and they can stay the night before on the campus at Cortland University, where we're going to host it. And it starts.
Excellent. How do people get in? If people want to get involved, how can they get in contact for that event?
Well, for that event, they can go on New York State High School Football Coaches.org online and get that information, or they can contact me at 585-305-7957 at my contact number.
Yeah, say that contact number again for everybody. Your number?
585 area code 305-7957.
7957. Coach Moody, always bringing the information. A lot of good.
Absolutely, George. And talk about Ondell Terrell. I also had an opportunity to coach him back in the day after he got out of high school for a little semi-pro action. He was an awesome running back with me. And his son plays for the Atlanta Falcons. His little son used to come over to practices with him as a little tot. I still remember those days. I just enjoyed that opportunity to work with his father as his running back coach.
Wow. I tell you, it's amazing and see him and see a little kid with him, and now he's playing. Now he's the highest paid defensive back in the National Football League.
Ain't God good, brother?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you, we have a lot of talented people here in our Rochester, Monroe County Section 5. And we just got to get their names out there to the public. And have this as a resource and folks to follow them online or on social media groups and see them on Sundays play and stuff. So it's going to be an awesome opportunity for us to see our people from our neighborhood.
Yeah, and they're getting the recognition because the young man Messiah from Monroe High School, he was in New Orleans during Super Bowl week. He was a member of the Under Armour team, the Under Armour all high school football team.
Absolutely.
I have never seen a Rochester, New York kid a part of that. Usually it's Florida, Texas, and
Yep.
and West Coast kids, high school. But that just to see how far Rochester has come, it was just amazing to see the young man Messiah. I apologize, your last name Messiah at Monroe High School, member of the Under Armour, all Under Armour high school football players down there in New Orleans. It was great to see that. And Coach Moody, it just says what you just been saying. It's just been growing, and it continues to grow. And I think you said there's some rule changes coming up for the fall for Section 5 football.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on another call with that. And,
Okay.
Handle that because I got to sit down with the rules committee because we're making changes at the leadership where Scott Barker isn't going to be running that part of Section 5 as the committee lead. So we got some new leadership coming in with that also. That's some other news with head of Section 5 for football. So
wow.
Once we get that job vacancy filled, then we can move forward on some of that other stuff.
Great. And then closing, Coach Moody, any other news you have for us?
Well, brother, I'm just trying to make sure we keep flying in the right direction. I'm still working hard in this state. I got a state board meeting that I have every quarter of the year with our state membership. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to make sure that Section 5 is getting recognized along with some of my business partners in this area. So we're trying to make football relevant in the state of New York again.
Absolutely. And you are doing, as soon as you have your updated information and the new leadership change and all of that, we look forward to having you back. You always welcome on Real Deal Sports Show, Coach Moody. Thank you so much for coming on with this quality information here for our listenership and viewership as well.
Thank you so very much for having me. I appreciate it. Everybody, to your moms, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, that's right. Oh, thank you so much, Coach Moody. Have yourself a good afternoon. And happy Mother's Day to the mom. Happy Mother's Day. Make sure you gotta take care of mom. Gotta take care of mom. As my friend down there in Houston, Texas, always used to say, you only get one mother. So we gotta take care of mom. Her special day is tomorrow, and we're all gonna celebrate Mother's Day. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Take care.
Take care.
Our next segment of the show is brought to you by award-winning Marion Rivera Insurance Agency. Auto, home, health, and life insurance. 1038 Lyle Avenue or 511 Bean Road, Suite B. Give her a call, 585-360-0094. Give Mary Rivera a call. She'll get that insurance situation taken care of for you and get you moving right. It's springtime, graduation time. You got that hoopty or you get graduation, a car present. Hey, that car needs some insurance. So check out Mary Rivera Insurance. Or you're buying a building or property or business move, give her a call. 585-360-0094. Award-winning Marion Rivera Insurance Agency, auto, home, health, and life insurance. Give her a call. If you're like me and you were up late last night, you might have saw I stayed up to the end of that Nuggets, Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma City Thunder contest last night. And once again, Denver, man, this Aaron Gordon kid, man, he's just showing out this postseason. He seems to be right in the right place at the right time, hitting the quality shots. And him, between him and the rest of their talent, you just seem to be seeing that it's an excellent playoff season. Aaron Gordon has a good game. Oklahoma City they just don't have enough, it seems, to beat Denver. Denver is one of those teams that the veteran experience. Murray had a good game. It was a very well played game. It's just that in the overtime, they Chet, Holmgren, and those guys. Alexander was doing his thing, but the big men couldn't make their shot. Hartstein missed a critical shot that could have turned the tide in overtime for Oklahoma City. When they get to overtime, Oklahoma City seems to miss the critical shot, and they just couldn't make the shot. And Denver seems to be with their veteran experience, was able to make the quality shots. Kevin Cheeks, welcome to the show, Kevin Cheeks. Good morning to you. I see you on the line there. Luis Ortiz, he said, considering the draft, free agent pickups, returning players, you best believe this year will be explosive. So Luis Ortiz, welcome to the show there on YouTube. Thank you for your comments and everything. But the Denver Nuggets look like they're going to end up winning that series. They're up 2-1 in that series. The game earlier in the evening, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. Cleveland looked a lot different with their three, with Garland back and Mobley. Mobley was blocking shots. They really hung on to win last night. Well, actually, they ended up blowing away their Indianapolis Pacers. Their court with Garland and especially Mobley. Mobley was blocking shots defensively. If Cleveland can stay healthy, I think they can come back and win this series. They won it last night, 126-104 last night. Very well played game. The Pacers, you can see Cleveland is the better team, but Cleveland was missing their players when they played at home. Lost the first 2 games at home. Gone to Indianapolis, won the game last night. Got a big game tomorrow night, Sunday night in Indianapolis. I think Cleveland can rebound, tie the series up. And the way they played last night, the way Cleveland played, I think they might be able to win 4 straight against the Pacers. Don't be shocked if Cleveland goes 4 straight on Indianapolis, because you can see Indianapolis' weakness. That they can't Siakam and them can't get those easy baskets when Mobley's out there. And the other brother with the big fro, man, they got some brothers from throwback looking like Lucius Allen and cats from back in the day. Man, I was very impressed with the Cleveland Cavaliers, how they won that game last night in Indianapolis. And I know a lot of people looking for the game this afternoon at 3:30 this afternoon. You got Madison Square Garden going to be rocking because the Knicks are at home playing the Boston Celtics. And can somebody tell me, I was out at not Mardi Gras, I felt like Mardi Gras. I was at the Jazz Festival in New Orleans, had a great time. Lenny Kravitz turned the place out. Patti LaBelle, oh my gosh, Patti LaBelle, 80 plus years old, kicking your shoes off like that still. Woo, woman looking good at 80, y'all. I tell you, you got to ask Patti how she doing it. Patti LaBelle was outstanding. But after that fine concert, and Maze with the legacy, the original Maze members, and the tribute they did to for Frankie Beverly and Junebug, the other brother that made this transition as well before Frankie Beverly. Great tribute show to them all at the New Orleans Jazz Festival last weekend. Outstanding shows, great time down there. Legacy doing the Nina Simone, outstanding. But after I left the field and hung out, went to a few watering holes. I went and won. The game was on the Celtics. And something telling me, if somebody can answer a question, is the Boston Celtics signed a contract where they said, hey, we'll beat the Knicks by only shooting threes? We'll just beat them by shooting threes. If we can't beat them by threes, we won't go inside the paint and try to score any other way inside the paint or get up close to the basket and put it up off the glass or something, or 15-foot, 20-foot jumpers. Because it looked bizarre to me. And, yeah, I did have a couple hand grenades, too, while I was watching this game. And the sound, in a crowded bar with loud music, with some great music going on. You look at the TV screen, Boston kept giving up easy shots going to the basket. And instead, they would kick the ball back out to the three-point area and have somebody shoot from there. And I never seen that before. It just seems so bizarre to see how Boston would just shoot from the threes and don't take what the Knicks was giving them. They could have easily went to the hole and scored some baskets. But that's a weird series. I don't know what's going on with that one. The Celtics, obviously, the better team, but the Knicks have been winning. Mikal Bridges doing this thing. Brunson doing this thing. But, hell, it seems like the Celtics is giving the Knicks the first 2 games. Just how they play. They seem like they want to win it from the threes and not win it from the inside. So it just seemed like a weird phenomenon. So we'll see today if they wake up. And who's the head coach? Oh, man, the young man, the coach of the Celtics, he got if I could see it, and I got a couple hurricanes and some hand grenades in me, you can't see it, be there. Hopefully he's not drinking during the game, but hopefully he's watching the game. You can't see that you can go inside and score rather than stay outside and try to shoot threes when your guy, and then on top of it, your guys can't make the threes. They just cold for some reason. Tatum, I think the wrist injury is hurting him. I think that wrist is a lot more damage than you think, and it's throwing off his shot. So Jason Tatum is not 100%, and they have some other injuries on the team. So I just don't get why the Boston Celtics are not trying to use the inside of the game. The Knicks playing great. Congratulations to the Knicks on winning the first 2 games. But this is another series where I think, hey, Boston, they got to win today. So Boston, hopefully the coach will wake up, get them to the inside, and be able to get back into the series 2-1, and then it'll go from there. But the injuries in the coaching of the Celtics have turned this into a very interesting series, and we'll see what happens later on today on that one. And then tonight, the Warriors, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry being injured, that's a major loss for the Warriors. Draymond Green is man. Well, I don't know what that man. He's a throwback to the 80s and 90s type ball. He's the enforcer. And but did somebody tell Draymond Green that Draymond Green that there's no enforcers in the league anymore? All these players are friendly and hugging each other and peace and love. They're all about peace and love. And he out here throwing elbows and stepping on folks. And he had it again the other night, threw an elbow. And then you get on, of course, after you elbow the guy, and then you get on the bicycle to get your legs right. Of course, some fans going to be calling you names and going, I mean, you can expect that after you done elbowed the man in the mouth and everything. And everybody can see you did it on purpose. And obviously the man said some harsh words to you, and you ready to argue with the man and all of this. It's like, come on, man. It's not a good look. And come on, man. Is Steph Curry injured too, man? Come on, man. You just can't carry yourself like that and call yourself and then talk about you're not you use the angry black man language. Like, wait a minute, man. Hey, man, we all aren't angry, man. You the only one seem to have an attitude problem. But it's not the rest of us black men, man. What are you talking about? So he's really going off the deep end there. I'm surprised he's not suspended by the league. Why the league hasn't suspended this guy yet, or somebody from one of these other teams hasn't jumped on this cat for injuring their players. Because, man, I mean, this guy is just getting out of control and seems to continue to be out of control. And Luis Ortiz, Luis is saying Boston is killing my parlays. Sorry, they're killing a lot of people parlays, Luis Ortiz. They better win tonight. They better away than they're at home. So let's hope they stop jerking around. I hear you, Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, yeah, money's at stake. I hear Boston cost a lot of folks some money in that series. So, Boston, I think they'll come through and help you win your little money today, Luis. And then we got Dak delusional fans with more excuses. Okay. Will and can Dak throw the 50-50 balls in the back shoulder phase will be Dak and Dez of 2017. Okay. Well, that sounds interesting. Well, I think it's time for BacSpin to come in. That's a perfect time for BacSpin to come in after that Dak delusional fans comment there. We get BacSpin back in here to help us out. But I think Golden State is in trouble. I think Minnesota is the better team. Minnesota end up winning the series. I think with or without Steph Curry, Minnesota should defeat. I think Minnesota was off. They had almost a week off before they started the series with Golden State. And you can see in that first game of the series that they lost at home to Golden State that Minnesota didn't have their legs. They seemed rusty, as it seemed. But now they're getting their legs back. They're playing much better ball. And we'll see what's happening with that series. But I think keep an eye. If you're betting money on it, I would go with Minnesota Timberwolves to win that series and win it the next couple of games. Because I think with Curry out, they were already better to begin with. Now they got their legs back. The guys are playing hard. Gobert's blocking shots. Rudy Gobert is playing excellent basketball. They just look like the team to beat out there now, because I think they'll definitely get past the Golden State Warriors. So there's a lot of good NBA basketball looking good. Enjoy the NBA action. It's a lot of good action to go on. And now we bring BacSpin. BacSpin, you ready to come on in?
Yes, sir, Ski.
Hey, what about your boy Pickens? Pickens coming going from Vision Barbershop all the way down to Dallas, Texas, man.
I like the pickup, me myself. I think, just because they won't be able to double up on CeeDee Lamb anymore to free him up. Pickens is a hell of a wide receiver. Hopefully he could get, whatever off-field troubles that he has, you know what I mean? He can put that behind him when he get to Dallas. Can he do it? I don't know, because Dallas really isn't one of those disciplined teams. So he may get to Texas and run amok, and it might be a bad look for our Cowboys. But, with no risk, there's no reward. So, I think we're taking a chance on a great wide receiver, and hopefully he'll pan out. Hopefully Dak will have more weapons to, spread the ball around too. And, we hope for the best, like every Cowboy fan does every season for the last 30 years.
Right. You've been saying it for the last. I tell you, Jerry Jones liked those big shiny prizes. He loved those players at this.
Well, I wish he would have liked Derrick Henry when he was on the block. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would have. Nick Chubb is out there on the block, and I wouldn't mind taking a chance on him either. So
okay. Sounds like
we need weapons that we can confuse these defenses with, and put points on the board, and a defense who can stop other teams from putting points on the board. So I'm looking forward to this season. I hope it's better than last season. I guess that's all I can hope for at this point.
Absolutely. And I want to dedicate this show to Chet Lemon, excellent baseball player for the Detroit Tigers back in the day when the Tigers won the World Series. He made his transition earlier this week at the age of 70. I enjoyed watching him play for the Tigers. That's when the Tigers was on back in 1984 when they won the World Series. Chet Lemon, his record, he still has a major league record for 512 putouts in the 1977 baseball season. 512 putouts. That's still on the record books. This guy was a true competitor at BacSpin. He always was hitting the ball, and defensively, he was a great defensive player. And last but not least, Victor Saunders. Heard of your passing yesterday. We dedicate this show to you because you did a lot here in the Rochester community, and you definitely made my list of people that made Rochester, New York, a much better place to live.
No doubt.
This is a very nice man. Always would see you recently down there at the old Chamber of Commerce building there on St. Paul Street, standing outside there, blow the horn or stop sometimes. If I had business in there, I would stop and talk with you for a little bit before we go in there. And I was wondering why I hadn't seen you out there in the last few weeks as I was coming through there. Rest in power, Victor Saunders, because you did what you had to do on earth here and helped us here in Rochester, New York, making it a much better place to live.
Word, true Rochester legend. True Rochester legend. Rest in peace, VS, Victor Saunders, man.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Tell the Fanatic and J-GILLZ, man, and
I don't know what happened to those cats.
You know what I'm saying?
It must have been a party last night.
I was going to say, they overslept today, huh? Hey, I've been there. I can't talk.
For real.
You have a good weekend, Radman, and tell your wife Happy Mother's Day, man. Tell the Lord Happy Mother's Day.
We'll do. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
No doubt. Keep it where you need it, Rock City. You know what time it is. The Bag of Time Mix Show is on the way right here on The Beats.